Hey there, in this quick video, I'm going to show you probably the most important thing you need to know if you have expertise and you don't have a scalable online business where you're getting a predictable flow of customers every week or every month. And that is, if you zoom all the way out, you need three things. You need an offer, which is 96% of your success, period. Your offer is your core message that articulates a specific problem that you solve for a specific group of people in a specific amount of time. You need a product that is a unique product that nobody else has. We call that a unique mechanism if you go all the way back to Eugene Schwartz, if you're a nerd like me. But you need to have a product that's a clear step-by-step program that nobody else can offer. And you need the right model, which means you need to know before you spend an hour or $1 on marketing exactly what your pricing is going to be, what the process that you're going to use is. And that process can be really simple. You can drive people from a simple opt-in to a video where they can book a strategy call with you or buy your product. But if you don't know the numbers, if you don't have the right pricing in place, then things fall apart. Next, content. This is where, again, people really struggle because you look at this giant pile of content that you have to create, emails and landing pages and sales copy and video scripts, ads, social media posts, holy crap, right? It's actually much more simple than that. You need one core piece of content that's going to drive everything else. And now with AI, we can create 99% of that automatically. And last, the traffic. Again, even if you understand that 96% of your success is a unique, solid offer with a validated message that actually works, and you build that core content that you need, then you have to get in front of people on a regular basis. And people try to post randomly on Instagram 100 times a day, and you try to run ads and get burnt quickly and never try again. And it's much more simple than that. And for most people, this is where it all falls apart because after, holy crap, like 20 years of doing this, dealing with 50,000 plus creators, coaches, agencies, awesome people trying to turn their expertise into an actual online business, this is what your marketing strategy probably looks like. Doing all this crap. Again, posting on Instagram, trying to do sales calls and no-shows and tire kickers and webinars and upsells. And now with AI, you're trying to use all these different tools to create a whole bunch of different stuff. And most of the people that teach AI, what they're actually selling is AI. It's not the actual business outcomes that they're helping people get. So you have to zoom out. You have to take a breath. You have to relax. And just understand that if you look at it properly, all this stuff becomes way more simple. Not easy because you have to do the work, but way more simple. So what you see here is we put everything on a one-page system or framework, and that's what I've been doing for years since I was in the military. When you're dealing with underwater explosives, you need a clear SOP or checklist, or your friends aren't going to be really happy if they run out of air underwater or get their leg blown off. So you have to have systems in place, and marketing is no different. So we just go, wait a minute. If we have a system for how to create an email sequence or a webinar script or sales copy or ads, now we can actually use AI that's trained the right way to create everything. So we have something called a document layer. It sounds super nerdy, but the reason it's so powerful is because you need 7 documents in place to create all of your marketing stuff, period. Here's why that is so important. Because right now, and the gurus hate this when I say this, but it's super true, people are using AI wrong. You're using it the wrong way, period. When AI first came out, it was layer 1, chat. Let's go into ChatGPT and talk about how to make a pizza, where pizzas were started, the history of Italy and why they made pizza. And that's really cool. But then creation came out and things got a little bit more complicated. Oh, let me clone myself and make 10 million videos that don't actually convert. And let me use Gamma for slides and Manus for websites and Perplexity for this. Holy crap. And all the overwhelming tactics that flood our inboxes and news feeds just create a ton of FOMO and more confusion. And you feel like you're behind on the AI thing. And now with agents, it's lit the overwhelm on fire because you need Hermes, OpenClaw, Claude Code, and all these agents that can, the promise is you can have a virtual team of 20 people doing work for you. That is true, but not the way the AI nerds, who by the way have been experts in AI for like 6 months, are telling you. Am I an AI expert? No, but have I been a systems documentation expert for a long time and a marketing nerd? Yes. And I'll tell you that there's a new layer of AI. Actually, it's not new at all. It's a new layer to most people, and it's called the document system. Now, because I'm a nerd, when I want to learn about AI, machine learning, advertising algorithms, or anything else, I want to talk about system integrators, developers, engineers, data scientists. Not a marketing nerd who a year ago was teaching crypto and now they're an AI expert and telling you to go use all these different tools for all these different tasks. Here's why that's broken. Because if the money and time you spend retraining all these tools to learn about your business, your products, your offer, your voice, your style, and your brand, that you're literally starting over with a second grader every time and trying to train it. And then when the session is over, you start over. Then you go over to ChatGPT and do the whole thing again. It's madness. So here's how you can see the forest through the trees, and a much easier way to look at the whole thing is that 7 documents generate all of your marketing stuff. So if we take the time with a simple AI tool and we extract your company and brand info, your voice and style guide, your competitive landscape, what are your customers trying to solve a problem, and what are the other ways they're solving it? Other courses, gurus, tools, software. We understand the landscape. And then we create what's called the offer engine, which is, again, making sure you have a crystal clear message, a unique product, and the right model before you launch, then one core script that creates all of your content. From there, we can go and create frameworks, all the copy, all the content that you need, a script to do your VSL or webinar, the sales copy that you're going to use, and everything else. And then we can create the cool stuff, the sexy stuff, assets, slides, lead magnets. Like these slides that you're looking at here were generated by AI with a simple prompt. I'm not using PowerPoint or Keynote. I'm not going to all these different systems. I'm not trying to use Gamma or something else. And here's why that's so cool. Because if the model switches, then we can just flip a switch. In other words, today, GPT-5 or whatever might be better than Nano Banana for images. And this might be better for writing content. We can just switch the model just using Claude Code, just one system. And because the documents are in place, it's seamless to you. You don't have to worry. So if you have the right documents in place, that's the whole big TLDR here. Why people are struggling with marketing and AI is, and think about it, 20 years ago when I was first consulting and helping people with marketing, they were struggling because before AI even existed, they were doing all the tactics. I need to buy this tool and this plugin and buy this course and learn this webinar. That was madness. And now it's exponential madness with AI. And the answer is the same for both. Simple documents, the right strategy in place, and everything else you can create flows from there.